team. So after looking over the data and the graphs, it looked really good for the most part. We had a lot of upturns in our data. It looks like Brandon's doing well, and Tilly, Peyton. The groups. I was on individuals. Sorry about that. Here's the groups. They are all making progress in title.
Oh, to the yellow.
There we go. In title and all making progress. And then regular classroom also 50% or more are making progress. So that's really good from our last data point. So we have a couple here that I think were not making progress earlier in the year, but are now. And then a few of them that are not making progress currently. So we have, there we go.
Sort of the easiest way I found to use a spreadsheet is to highlight underneath the progress tab. So like highlight that underneath there, go down one more.
Uh-huh.
Highlight that cell, and then just use the arrow buttons to navigate down.
Oh, just scroll. Gotcha. Eddie Griswold. He has a big drop in fluency. It says he's been asking for a lot of breaks. We're targeting him. What are your thoughts on?
I'm still concerned about him. Mom was going to reschedule with me for a conference. She then asked if we could just do a dojo message or a phone call, and I asked her I'd rather do it like in person. Just because I'm just concerned about him. He's been really tired, kind of depressed. His his little poor eyes are so like dark, and he's just not Freddie. He's not. He's just, there's something off.
He doesn't feel well.
And
He's got terrible allergies.
And he's tired all the time.
And he doesn't seem happy.
And I'm just concerned.
He doesn't look healthy.
And I like checked in with him. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Is it good? I asked him like, are you sleeping? And he says sometimes yes, sometimes no. I'm like, is there anything going on? And he's like, no. I'm like, okay. So
Didn't he say something about, wasn't there something about mom?
Mom's working a lot. That's right. Mom's working a lot. But when I asked him like what time, and he says that she's putting him to bed. Sorry. I have some. It's just my cough. It's just my cough medicine's not working.
It says he is wearing glasses.
Yes, he wears. Yep, he's very responsible about his glasses. Very responsible.
He didn't have them today.
Oh,
In
what?
his title group, he's in a group of 4, and you see the same thing. He's kind of out of it.
Yeah, this is actually the first data point where he has not made progress. This is his first
okay.
big drop. So mainly my concerns with him, so the single big drop coupled with the behavioral changes, sort of. So I think if we can start with talking with family, I think that's going to be a good place to start.
And he like normally, if I'm like we talk about it, I make sure that he's one of my kiddos that I have someone else share their answers first, and then he'll repeat an answer, so I know that he understands at least what was said, and then he still's not writing anything down. Whereas before he would write and he would share like very participatory, but now he's like, buddy, you've been sitting there for 15 minutes. Like we've all shared our answers. How come you don't have anything done? And he's, I don't know. It's taking like lots of
a lot of repetition with him. A lot of that.
Yeah.
So we'll keep a watch on him.
I think that's the plan, is just to let's contact family and
try to
go
get
from
mom
there.
to come in. And I don't know if I could maybe do. Echo said she'd do a home visit with me.
Okay.
If we need to.
Can I write that on there?
Yeah, I would say,
If I can't get her to come in.
yeah. We're just working to connect with family still.
Jenny, Mom is still working like 30 minutes, I believe, so
Yeah.
going on division. And if she is, she works really early. Yeah, she does. Closes. Yeah, so if she's coming home.
And putting him to bed still, then he's really late.
Yeah. Yeah.
So our next person is Kenneth. And his last 2 data points are still on the goal line, but now he's below. He's below his trend line.
So he's making progress according to the beginning of the year. He's making adequate progress. He's just not following his trend. His trend was here and now it's here.
Right.
Okay.
But we're having behavior issues with him in
I
title.
have a TAT for him, I believe.
Okay.
But he's kind of like inconsistent. Like he'll do like really well. He stays really focused. He like has a response. He can write it down. And then other days it's like, I did take Jenny's recommendation. I moved his seat away from like being able to buy the break space, and that really helped because before he was watching everyone go to break and turn around. So I did move that, and that seemed to have helped. So thank you. But it's just kind of inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and he's someone I talked to, and I showed him his graph this week and was like, okay, buddy, this is where
good,
you were.
okay.
I really think that you have the ability to go up. We made New Year's goals, and so I'm like,
So
okay, how many
goal setting,
how many
yeah.
words do you want to go up? He's like, 4. I'm like, okay, if you want to do 4, we'll start small.
Good.
It's better than staying the same.
Right.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed showing them the graphs. I showed my 5th graders the graphs a while ago, and that seemed to really help. A good visual
Motivate
for
them.
Yeah.
And then if you just want to make a note on there that we have a TAT.
I believe I do.
I can't remember if you do or not. I think I got about 12 for you. So.
Yes.
Next one is Hagen.
Yes.
So we have a TAT set for him. I think his is mainly behavioral.
That's
As
affecting
far as,
his.
yeah,
Um,
attending
what-
to instruction.
What I have been doing, and it has been successful the last week before break and so far, is I'm having him draw his answers first in some sort of picture when it's an option, like when it's an easy thing to do. So he'll draw like a simple picture, and then he'll write his answers down, and that seems to kind of helping a little bit.
Right. That's a good idea.
I wish I would have thought it sooner.
We still haven't gotten the chewing stick for him.
No.
That,
I
so we're
thought
still
Mom
waiting
was
on
going
that.
to bring him in, I might.
Would gum work for him? Do you think instead of a chewing stick?
He usually have to have more consistent routines.
Right.
Every time if we leave, it needs to go directly.
Right.
He had his chewy stick last year, and he almost never used it. It just kind of became a distraction.
We-
Like an unsanitary one.
He used it a lot at the beginning of the year, and it was really successful for him at the beginning of the year. And Annette had just mentioned once he didn't have it anymore that he became way more off task. So we were hoping to get it back, but gum might be a better solution as far
I
as.
did a chewing stick in my 1st grade last year, and it worked for him really well in the beginning, but then it just got so gross and unsanitary. So he tried gum, and I said he couldn't put it under the table or on people or whatever. But as long as he was good with it, he could keep it, and that motion in the mouth was the same.
I could
And
check
then
it
he-
with Mom on that too.
When he spit it out,
Yeah.
when you lose title, then. And
Yeah, we could easily do routines around it for us. Your classroom might be a little harder just because of the general population.
Because they might all want it.
But we all don't need ladders to reach the light bulb.
Right.
That's right.
Anything else on?
So Michelle will check in with Mom about the gum.
I believe Bridget's following up with parents regarding counseling and some other things, because Mom brought up so many big concerns at
Mhm.
Yes.
conferences. She listed off multiple diagnoses
Yeah.
at conferences.
Are you still seeing him on Space Available? Okay.
He comes with another 3rd grader who's already identified.
Okay.
And she brought up diagnoses that were like when I told Bridget, she's like, really? Because those two, like, you can't have both of those at the same time. Type. But he was evaluated by the doctor at Child Center.
Okay, so that sounds like a plan for
But
him.
we do have a plan in place.
And then this is the big, it's Zachary is the big one.
Yes.
And we have a TAT for him also
Yes.
in the works. Yeah, for some reason it just does that. But if you look at, if you just look at the plan for him. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
He came back from break he is not. He's not. I've tried talking to him. I've tried connecting with him, like out at recess. I've asked, like, what's going on? Did something happen over break? I missed my mom. Oh, well, did you get to hang out with your mom? And he said, yes, I saw my mom over break. I said, okay, well, I understand you have those feelings, but you still need to do your work. Like, you can't understand you have those feelings. You could write your mom a note, like, on your break. But his behaviors are escalated even more so now than they were before the break.
And we have a TAT scheduled for him next week.
Next week.
Yeah. So I think his academics is just behavioral. He's missing so much instruction because of breaks and stuff. I feel like we had a good conversation with family at conferences, but I think we just need a more solid plan for him. And then I think once we get that behavior piece set out, I think this is probably more a behavior conversation than it is an academic one.
Dad's pretty, like, rigid, not rigid, but very firm in what's consistency and what's kind of like this. These are X, Y, Z, and the mom who he doesn't live with is kind of more gives in and gets his way, and gave him like that little writing board thing that you stand on. Hover, gave him one of those in hopes that like he would behave, even though like he hadn't earned it quite yet. So